Greetings, salutations, Doughboy Nation, Johnny Alex Supercar Kid, and I'm back here again. I don't even know what video this is, what part this is. I've completely lost track from this point in present time. I have no idea. But yeah, so good news. We have good news. Basically, we got something. We got something. It's right here in my trunk. We got the wheel stubs back, or the wheel hubs. I don't even know what to call these things, but the suspension, it's all back. It's all here, and it's welded on. So this is with the 350Z bottom coilover sleeves. I hope he got that on there like straight. I'm just gonna hope he did. But yeah, the one is already in here, so we're gonna figure out how to put this one in by myself. I think I have a pretty good idea. So we're gonna figure out how to put that one in, and then we'll put in the other side, hopefully. And then if I can do the rears, I want to try to do the rears. I'm gonna try it out. I don't know if I'll be able to do it all by myself because it is just me here. But I'll give it a shot. But then after that, I gotta get some stuff done on my car. It's not really exciting stuff. It's just like I have to put on the fender trim. They're like fender liner. They're like rubber liner for that. This car is going in for a inspection soon, which is why this has to be driving, because I have to drive this while this car is in the shop because I need a car for the day. So I got to get this thing going. Like, this thing's got to be going good. Now this thing also needs, I need to change the halos because the halos broke. I don't know why, but they broke. So I think it's because I took the headlights out and I jostled around the box and stuff, and I probably broke off something. And then they just broke. So yeah, bumper needs to be repainted also. So the story with that is the paint I bought August 30th. Right now, today, it is September 18th, and they just shipped yesterday. Basically, they asked me for my paint code, and it's like they didn't send me an email, nothing. Like, I didn't get anything. They somehow didn't have my paint code, even though I put it in there with the order. But okay, I'm very frustrated. The bumper might not be painted for H20, but we'll see. It's scheduled to arrive the 24th, but we're leaving the 26th, I believe it is, or 27th. So one or the other. One or the other, I don't know. I also need new front tires. My front tires are actually cording in the front, which is really not good. So I have new tires. They're actually scheduled to be delivered today, so they should arrive at some point while I'm working on this thing. So yeah, Corey's gonna be mounting up new tires for me for free because he's a bro, and you know, I'll just owe him one. I'll probably owe him something. I don't know what I'll owe him, but I'll owe him something. I'm gonna take everything out of there, and then we'll start working on this. Well, I have news, both good and bad. Good news, my tires came. Now 255 35/20s in the front, so those are for the front. And then bad news. So I just realized something. When I measured this, I may have made a mistake. My mistake mainly was that the top, I did not count for the height of the top. In fact, actually, I think it's just this mistake is the only reason why this is happening. I hope so. The top of the top hat has a thickness between the top of the strut bolt and the top of the top hat bolt. So it's like an inch gap. Now the rears had a 2-inch gap, and because I noticed that, I was able to account for that, and we accounted for that on the rears and cut it lower. Because when I lined these up, I lined them up mounting bolt to mounting bolt, like these ones. I lined them up top hat bolt to top hat bolt, but on the stock ones, the Datsun ones, there's an inch gap between the strut bolt and the top hat bolt, whereas when these were new and I didn't mess with them, there was no gap. They were on a parallel plane. So these are an inch too long. Yeah. Yeesh. I think I have a way to fix this. I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good way to fix this. Kinda haggard-ish, but should work. Don't see why it wouldn't work. Should work. Basically just gonna lower down these collars and make the spring just sit lower. In fact, I'm probably gonna bring the spring down a good bit lower because we have a lot of room to go up. So I'm gonna bring the spring down probably like, just say fuck it and say like 2 inches. And then we're gonna mess with the top hat bolt. I have an idea for how we can make sure that that is basically the same as it is now. But first I gotta take these out and start messing with stuff. But while it's in here, while it's still kind of sturdy, I'm gonna get these loose. Alright guys, so I found a solution, I think, sort of, mostly. So, the other one's already upstairs, so I'm just gonna tell you guys what I'm gonna do and then I'll show you. So basically, I took off this top hat, I took this ring, lowered it down 2 inches, and then brought the whole spring down, but then there were some issues with fitting things up here, so I took some parts off of the rear coilover, and like some washers and stuff, and then I'm putting them on here, which means then I will put these springs on the rear coilover. So yeah, so that's gonna happen later on. I'm gonna get these situated now, get this one all done. I'm gonna show you guys what I did, and yeah, it's kind of strange, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. If you see why it wouldn't work, let me know. So the main issue I was having is that this is actually touching the top of this thing, not really on this. I mean, it's touching it, but there's a little bit of gap. So what you'll see is when I do that, the spring moves up and down a little bit. So what I did then was before tightening this down, I'm gonna move this collar back up a little bit so that this is at least not shaking, like not shaky tight. So it's at least not shaking. You know what? I did the other side using some stuff that I took off of this one, like inside of here to get that bolt to tighten down. But then I realized this thing, this is the one from, oh, that tape stuck to my finger. This is, oh my god. There we go. This is the one from the other coilover that I didn't use in that one. And then this one I'm using it. And actually it's fine. So, as you can see, I put everything back together. It just lowers the whole thing down a little bit. But the bolt here, I basically just added a washer, essentially. That was just underneath before, but now it's not really needed. So we just put it here. That was like a height retaining washer to keep it up. But now since we're taking it down, we shouldn't need it, I believe. So, yep, now I can just tighten this down. And then coilovers are 2 inches shorter. And guys, I realized that 2 inches shorter is probably too much. But we have like 3 inches of height adjustment right inside of here. I guess I didn't do this right. I guess it's just my fault. I don't know. I guess I didn't do it right. I didn't measure things right. I'll freely admit to it. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. But anyways, so I'm gonna finish this up and try to get these in the freaking car today. It took a lot of doing and a lot of weird methods, but I got the first one in. Fantastic. That's awesome. That is fully tightened down too. That is fully tight. So now I gotta go work on the other side. So this side should hopefully be a lot easier since I've already done the other side and now I know what to do a lot better. So hopefully this goes over much more swimmingly, but it probably won't. Also, some of you guys probably noticed, but I don't know if many of you did. Probably, I mean, there's not a lot of you watching this anyway. But this bushing is on here wrong. This is wrong. The sway bar should be in between those two. And I have 2 bushings on the bottom, whereas there should only be 1. So it should be bushing, bar, bushing, middle thing, bushing, then lower control arm, then bushing, then nut. And that's it. So now that I got all that situated, I gotta tighten down all the bolts in here for everything. Fix that sway bar end link, and then we'll be good to put this coilover in there. I don't know where the bolts went for the top hat, so I gotta find those. Then I'll put this in. Yeah, I never actually gave these bolts that rust bath like I said I was going to. Probably should have done that. I have new tie rods, but these bolts over here kind of been like impossible to get off, so we're just not gonna worry about them right now. But like, look at this tie rod. Oh my god, it's just nasty looking, but it's really okay. I mean, it's not horrible, but oh, that's probably shouldn't be coming off. Yeah, it might need a new tie rod over here, but I at least have a tie rod boot to put over this. See, that still has some movement inside of it. It's a little crusty feeling, but it's got some movement, so it's alright. So I have here a tie rod boot that came with our bushing kit, so I'm going to slide this over top. And then this will go back into here. Oh, I bent it now. Alright. Alright, first things first, I still got these sway bar end links right here, so I gotta cut this off and then cut the one off of that side because these things are not bolting out, or they're not screwing out. It's just not gonna happen. So I gotta cut this off, and then we can put in our new sway bar end links, and then I'll try to see if we can, I mean, I might try to get this up or something. I don't really know. I'm not sure yet. I might just get these sway bar end links in and then just get worked on my car, because Friday I'm gonna have help. I'm gonna have multiple people here. Maybe just Hunter, but even still, just one more person to help me put these in, and it'll go a lot more easily and a lot faster. So probably best not just waste my time trying to put these in. But I will get those sway bar end links done because that's quick. I just gotta chop them, put them in, and then I'll probably work on my fender liners, and then probably head back to school soon because I got tests tomorrow that I gotta study for. Yo, so I just tried out this fender lining rubber stuff. Y'all can see that? Doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty good actually. You can compare it to this side now, which doesn't have it. But yeah, that side doesn't have it. The other side does have it. But it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good. Hopefully it stays on. If it doesn't stay on, I'm just gonna take it off. I'm just gonna try it out. Just leave that one piece on. Do the rest later if it works. That part's not really a big deal to me. I am very happy though that I got the tires in today. Corey should hopefully be helping me do those tomorrow. Alright guys, so I think I'm done. I can't really do anything else by myself here. The rear, I gotta have someone else help me do that. That thing's way too heavy. I can't get the crossbar, I can't get the cross member lined up and support the one side of that, and do all that stuff, and then keep that thing no, it's just not gonna happen, guys. So I'm going to be going home. I'll be going back to school. I'm at home right now. On Friday, I'll have help to do this. I'll have someone here to help me, so I can do that so much more easily. Fronts are done. They're completed. Just needs the wheel bearings so we can put the brakes back on, and then that's all done. Then we just gotta bleed the brakes and put the wheels on, and she's ready to go. From when I'm filming this, I don't know when this video is actually gonna come out, but from when I'm filming this, it's September 18th. There's, how many days is that? 9 days to H2O. And this thing isn't even on the ground yet. Can't work on it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Can't work Thursdays. Friday we'll have wrench time on it. Saturday I'll have some wrench time on it. And Sunday. So this weekend, this car has to be on the ground, running.
What about Hunter's food?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll grab that. So this thing's got to be on the ground and running by this weekend. I should be able to drive this thing back up to school this Sunday. Sometimes I felt we low-key just kind of put it on the wayside, just ignored it for a time. You know, there weren't a lot of videos coming out, but all this stuff. I mean, we could have done it so much sooner, but we didn't have a drive, I guess. But this is what we've been waiting for, saving for. Maybe we're just lazy. I don't know. Maybe we just procrastinate. But oh well, it's getting done. I really do love this car. Ignore the Five Guys Cup, but I really do love this car, dude. It's just unlike anything I've ever experienced. Like, I mean, the oldest car I've experienced is probably my dad had a BMW E28 5 Series. That was like the oldest car, like 1980 something. I'm not even sure. If you appreciate the vibes, leave a subscribe, leave a like if you'd like. That's all I got for tonight. So, from me, from the Datsun, we out. Peace out, and until the next stream.